Hello, hello. This is Marie and Ah, and welcome to the fourth podcast. Yay! Okay, why am I speaking so quietly? I've had a day, so why don't we start with our practice of clearing out the energetic debris? Let's activate Ah. Soul, activate Ah. Body, activate Ah. Heart, activate Ah. Mind, activate Ah. Okay, I'm coming back into this moment here with y'all. I just had an amazing phone call with this woman, and we were talking about adrenaline and awe, and how in life, in the workplace, in a lot of corporate America, and just, well, everyday Western living, adrenaline has become this power tool that is used more often than not. And one of the things that you mentioned was, well, at least in the corporate setting, that there's this expectation that you need to be busy, that you need to put 110% in, or else you're not really working. Oh, man. So there's this facade, right? So, along with your work clothes that you have to wear, you have to put on this energetic bullshit suit in order to appear as if you are working really, really hard, right? How silly. Yet that is what people are looking for, right? Do you meet this energetic level that we are all stressed out and we're all needing our adrenaline to kick in? That is the baseline. That's frightening. So then we talked about, well, I was sharing with her the idea of trading adrenaline for awe, right? How can we elongate the timeline in which this stimulus or this trigger triggers your adrenaline to start pumping, right? So the space between the trigger and the reaction in your body is there. It exists. There is a pause. There is a moment or moments between starting up that process again of running on adrenaline that you can pause and insert a moment of awe. And when you think of awe, awe is actually the key to unlocking and expanding time and energy and ease. Imagine that. When you are in awe, you are expanding time, energy, and ease, right? It slows down time because you are connected to everything, right? So time doesn't have this grasp on you anymore. It expands energy, right? All of a sudden, you're not constricted, contracted. Your body isn't in this motion where everything is tight and dense. Your body begins to loosen, right? What did I say the last one was? I think I said time, energy, and possibility. I don't think I said that, but we're going to go with that. And possibility, because now you have access to breathing, you have access to all the different ways that the world works and can work to your advantage, to your leverage for both yourself and others. So when we think of adrenaline, the heart starts pumping, the hands might get clammy, your temperature might increase, you may be flushed, there might be physical reactions, right, that you can notice. And when I think of adrenaline, it's typically used in a short span of time to boost your energy and mobility and productivity, right? It's like you are in this stage of threat that needs a boost just to push through. So used in minimal increments, it's very helpful for yourself and your life. But what's happened is that when people are overwhelmed, which is a lot of the majority of us these days, whether it is at work, whether it is in relationships, whether it's at home, whether it's in personal life, we are feeling overwhelmed when our demands for any of those things outweigh our resources, right? So our demands are up here, our resources are down here. And so adrenaline kicks in to help you boost your sense of resources, right? To push through might be a terminology that you're familiar with. Just push through. Let's push through this. Get shit done is another idea or phrasing of that. So if that happens every so often, that's totally healthy and normal and fine. It's when we use adrenaline to keep it up here, right? So now you're living here thinking you're energized and fueled, but it's false, right? It is not a sustainable, regenerative type of energy. It is a false energy that you're relying on to keep you going. And so that actually creates more stress in your body, in your being, in your energy, and the way you show up in the world. And so what happens when we shift out of adrenaline, when we have the opportunity to tap into a moment of awe? And it just takes a moment. It is a pocket-size mini practice that you can do anywhere, anytime, whether it is before a meeting or when you can feel just tension starting to occur in your chest. Or, as you know, I like to do my awe practice in bed before I get out of bed. So when I'm between dreamland and here, where I'm basically hypnotizing myself every morning when I do my particular activate awe practice. And even just activating awe in, when you're waiting in line to go to the bathroom or at a stoplight, right? So what is awe exactly, right? It is this moment that you are invested in, that you connect to, that expands your mind so that it can fit the whole idea of being a part of everything, everywhere, all at once, right? And you expand your heart so that it can receive and contain and hold everything, everywhere, all at once. And it expands your body so that you can feel and connect to everything, everywhere, all at once. And It's so you can expand your soul. So you're reminded that you are energetically connected to everything, everywhere, all at once. And so, what are like little pocket size moments of awe that we can think of? So, as you know, I have my daily practice that I also share at the beginning of each podcast show. And there are so many ways to practice awe otherwise, right? Once you identify your trigger for adrenaline and you are able to catch that pause and insert awe, it could be something external to help you remind you of awe. It could be a stone that you found on a river while on a hike in your pocket that you might touch when you're starting to feel adrenaline. And allowing yourself to touch that rock to take you back to that moment in nature where you are surrounded by beauty, by mountains, by flowers, by the redwoods, by the briskness in the air, right? It could be that you can pick something in the room that you're in. So I'm going to just take this is right on my desk here. This is an earring. And in this earring, if you just take any object and you look at it long enough, you start to see things in a different way if you give it enough time. You start to see more detail. You start to see the minutia in it. And then you might zoom out and start to see different patterns that you didn't notice before. And allowing that to illuminate you, allowing yourself to be in a beginner's mindset so that you start to notice the big picture view and the small details of something that you look at all the time. For example, I haven't done this with this earring before, by the way. So I'm just noticing the ridges. For those who are on YouTube, you can see it, but on Spotify, you can't. Along these ridges, just the way that they are kind of slanted, I've never noticed that before. And I think that that's pretty cool and artistic and beautiful. And how did I not notice that? I've had these earrings for like, let's see, 14 years. My friend Erica gave that to me. Another moment of awe is, finding and connecting to your own inner energy. And that one may be a little more advanced for some, but if you're able to catch the pause and just take a breath and feeling that energy, that air rush into your body, and allowing that to expand in your being, allowing that oxygen to flow throughout your body, allowing that air to expand your spine and the spaces between your spine, and remembering there's infinite space between those pockets between your spine. Oh man, your body, being in awe of your own body, your breath, your being, your skeleton, your skin, whatever it is, it's all there with you. So taking a moment to be engrossed in that. And what awe does is it helps to regulate the nervous system. It helps to regulate your breath. It helps to put things in perspective, right? And so while adrenaline constricts time and makes everything feel so urgent, right? Everything needs to be done. There's a timeline. I must do it now, 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 now. Awe is the key to expanding time, expanding our breath, expanding our energy, expanding our being, expanding our light. So I'm still working on a more an expanded talk on this, as well as a workshop and more practices. But for now, that's the little juicy tidbit that you get right here, right now, because you are listening to the Marie and Awe podcast. More to come. That's all just fresh off the top of me dome. I will definitely be sharing when the talk and the workshops are coming out. If you are interested, let me know. Send me an email, drop me a line, send me a like, share the video. But I hope that this is helpful to y'all who are feeling like you are trapped in the cycle of adrenaline. That adrenaline is a needed fuel in order to live the life that you are leading. And let me know if you do try replacing adrenaline with awe, or practicing just awe in your life daily, noticing it more, harnessing it more, expanding it more, and sharing it more, right? When you share a moment of awe too, that is so beautiful. It's such a soul connecting, regenerative source of energy. Well, that's all I've got for now. This is Marie and Awe sending you lots of love. Until next time. Ba-da-doo, ba-da-doo, ba-da-doo.